The fortune heading your direction is no regular occurrence. It is not haphazard. It is not accidental. It is heavenly. You are entering a phase where the Lord will astonish even yourself. You will witness chances emerge from thin air. You will observe triumphs happen that you couldn't have arranged by yourself. You will notice entrances unlock that nobody anticipated you to pass through. You will observe links develop that push you ahead. You will observe assets stream toward you in manners that leave you frozen in wonder. The Lord is not merely dispatching a gift. The Lord is dispatching a metamorphosis. And listen closely, when the Lord stuns everybody with your prosperity, do not diminish yourself. Do not express regret for the gift. Do not feel ashamed for the advancement. Do not dull your glow to ease others. You paid a cost for this gift. You withstood tempests for this gift. You wept for this gift. You lingered while others surged forward. You believed when others surrendered. You traversed periods that would have shattered frailer spirits. You endured quietly while maintaining your soul linked to the Lord. You remained loyal when you had ample cause to abandon. You deserve this phase, not deserved in terms of mortal worth, but deserved in terms of sacred preparedness. The Lord compensates the devoted. The Lord raises the steadfast. The Lord respects the controlled. The Lord safeguards the modest. And now the Lord promotes the selected. All that is approaching you is arriving because you were selected for it. You were selected for this ascent. You were selected for this role. You were selected for this impact. You were selected for this prosperity. And since the Lord selected you, nothing can halt you. Not the surroundings, not the market, not the views of others, not your previous errors, not your worries, not your uncertainties, not your lack of confidence. The Lord's selection supersedes every restriction. The Lord has already uttered your name in chambers you have never visited. The Lord has already arranged chances you have not yet noticed. The Lord has already coordinated individuals who will assist you without comprehending why. The Lord has already initiated your promotion in action. The prosperity arriving is not a chance. It is an assurance. And when it comes, the same folks who question you will seek your method. They will inquire, "How did you achieve it?" And your reply will be straightforward. "I didn't. The Lord did." The Lord is going to amaze them because they believed you were common. They believed you were unmemorable. They believed you lacked ability. They believed your quietness was frailty. They believed your endurance was inactivity. They believed your modesty meant you had nothing to contribute. But the Lord was observing throughout. And the Lord perceived a spirit he could rely on. And when the Lord perceives someone he can rely on, he places something in their grasp that cannot be taken, cannot be ruined, and cannot be obstructed. Get ready because the Lord is about to pour prosperity into your existence that will alter not only your circumstances, but your essence. You will not reason the way you once reasoned. You will not communicate the way you once communicated. You will not proceed the way you once proceeded. You will bear the burden of heavenly gift. You will proceed with the assurance of someone supported by paradise. You will advance with the power of someone who recognizes the Lord is directing every move. When the Lord readies to astonish everyone with your prosperity, He does not just boost what you possess. He reshapes who you are. The Lord advances you inwardly before He advances you outwardly. The Lord fortifies your essence before He enlarges your domain. The Lord develops your judgment before He increases your assets. Because once the gift arrives, you cannot risk bringing an undeveloped attitude into a sacred setting. And so the Lord has been operating inside you softly, profoundly, unseen, imparting teachings that were not intended to crush you, but to mold you into a container able to bear excellence, without forfeiting modesty, assurance without forfeiting control, and plenty without forfeiting thankfulness. Nothing you acquired in the shadowy period was squandered. Every obstacle was foretelling instruction. Every trial was sacred readiness. Every bewilderment was a divine reorganization of your internal base. So when the Lord astonishes the globe with your prosperity, you will don the gift with insight, not conceit, with control, not carelessness, with lucidity, not disarray. You must grasp that the prosperity the Lord is readying for you is not intended to dazzle individuals. It is intended to accomplish mission. The Lord does not gift simply to exhibit strength. The Lord gifts to readjust fate. You are being moved into a spot where your existence will hold significance, where your words will affect choices, where your deeds will remodel the settings you join. The Lord is broadening the scope of your effect because He trusts the cleanliness of your aims. There are certain gifts the Lord does not distribute casually. He only provides them to those whose souls have been purified sufficiently to manage them without decay. The Lord observed how you managed minor chances, how you reacted to minor duties, how you stayed loyal even when the benefits were unseen. The Lord examined your reasons. The Lord examined your opposition to allure. The Lord examined your dedication to virtue. And now that you have succeeded in examinations you did not even know were examinations, the Lord is preparing to disclose what He has been arranging in the background. People frequently presume that prosperity arrives via labor alone. But when the Lord is the origin, the gift does not adhere to the pattern of mortal labor. It adheres to the pattern of heavenly harmony. There are entrances you will not need to tap on because the Lord will unlock them before you reach. There are chances you will not need to pursue because they will be attracted to your identity. There are assets you will not need to plead for because they have already been designated to your fate. The Lord is going to arrange sacred synchronicities, instances that seem arbitrary to the globe, but were meticulously crafted by the Lord to situate you precisely where you must be. You will discover yourself in discussions you never scheduled, spaces you never foreseen, bonds you never foresaw, all because the Lord is leading you move by move into the spot where your prosperity will appear. And let me inform you this, when the Lord elevates you, He does it in such a fashion that no one can take a claim. The Lord acts in a way that silences every skeptic, baffles every foe and subdues every detractor. People will see your promotion and declare, "This cannot be mortal labor." And they will be correct because you will ascend in a manner that defies reason, speeds up schedules, and exceeds anticipations. The Lord will situate you in roles that others devote years attempting to attain. The Lord will provide you triumphs that others presumed were beyond your grasp. The Lord will unlock entrances that others attempted to shut. The Lord will dispatch aid from origins you did not anticipate. The Lord will uncover talents inside you that you did not even realize you held. And all of it will be a cue that when the Lord declares it is your moment, no force in the cosmos can dispute His ruling. What you are entering is not chance. It is heavenly reimbursement. The Lord is not merely granting you a gift. The Lord is reimbursing you for all you withstood, all you forfeited, all you offered, all you bore while remaining loyal. The Lord is an impeccable recorder. The Lord recalls every instant when you clung on amid agony. When you believed amid doubt, when you persisted amid fatigue, the Lord does not overlook persistence. The Lord compensates it. And the compensation He is dispatching will not resemble the agony you withstood. It will not reflect the hardship you traversed. It will not mimic the evenings you wept or the mornings you battled. No, the Lord's compensation will eclipse the agony so thoroughly that it will wipe out every mark of what you experienced. You will glance back and understand that the hardship was not the conclusion. It was the ground where the Lord buried something remarkable. And hear this plainly, when your prosperity shows up, it will not be delicate. It will not be short-lived. It will not be shaky. Whatever the Lord gives, He guards. Whatever the Lord constructs, He reinforces. Whatever the Lord sets in place, He locks down. Nobody will manage to ruin what the Lord puts in your grip. Nobody will manage to cut off the current the Lord unleashes into your days. Nobody will manage to seal the gates the Lord swings wide for you. People might attempt it, but their efforts will collapse before they even start. Because the gift heading your way will be armored with heavenly power. The Lord will stand around your rise like a wall, like a stronghold, like an unbreakable fence. No hatred, envy, or wicked plan can get through. Some of the people who walked away from you were not traitors. They were obstacles. The Lord moved them because they would have poisoned your gift. The Lord pulled you out of certain circles because those circles could not carry the size of what He is cooking. The Lord led you through loneliness not to hurt you, but to shield you. Isolation was not rejection. It was purification. The Lord was keeping you far from voices that would have filled your mind with fear, doubt, or noise. The Lord needed your spirit spotless. The Lord needed your focus sharp. The Lord needed your sight clear. The Lord needed your heart sealed. And soon you will look back and see that every person who left was part of the Lord's sacred removal so the gift could land clean. And right now the Lord is placing around you people who match your new altitude. You will cross paths with souls who breathe life into your vision, who cheer your growth, who honor what's inside you, who lift your spirit without effort. You are walking into a chapter where the Lord will link you with those who see your purpose and respect your assignment. You will taste support that feels like fresh air. You will step into connections that multiply your power. You will draw near people who are not threatened by your climb but energized by it. This is all part of the prosperity the Lord is shaping, because true prosperity is never just about what you get. It is also about who walks with you into tomorrow. And while the world will be stunned by your ascent, the deepest shock will hit you first. You will stun yourself. You will amaze yourself. You will stare at your own story and whisper, "I never knew the Lord stored up all this for me." Because the reality is you have only tasted a corner of your own strength. You have only seen a shadow of your own fire. You have only brushed the surface of what you can become. But the Lord is about to unveil the complete edition of you. The edition you were born to step into. The edition that walks with boldness, thinks with sharpness, moves with meaning, and lives with unshakable calm. This edition of you will never say sorry for being favored, for being strong, for being chosen, for shining bright. And when you open your mouth, your words will carry fresh weight. When you take a step, your stride will carry fresh direction. When you choose, your choices will carry fresh certainty. The Lord is handing you wisdom no one can twist, strength no one can drain, and vision no one can fool. The gift is not coming to bury you. It is coming to crown you. The Lord is not sending wealth to tangle your life. He is sending wealth to lift your life, to break every chain of lack, to wipe away every money worry, to stretch your reach, and to plant you firmly in assignments you could never touch without this new supply. When the Lord gets ready to shake the world with your prosperity, He does not merely change your bank account. He changes the very air around you. The Lord begins to shift the unseen weather that controls everything you touch. You start noticing that what once sucked your energy no longer touches you. What once scared you no longer moves you. What once pulled you off track no longer interests you. This is not luck. This is divine cleanup. The Lord is sweeping the spiritual room, removing hidden drag, and dropping a holy cover over your road so that when the prosperity lands, it steps into ground that has already been made pure. You will feel a new lightness in your thinking, a new firmness in your walk, a new edge to your instinct. The Lord is not only preparing the gift, He is preparing the landing strip for the gift. Because when the Lord releases something massive, it has to land on rock that will not crack. That is why the Lord has been building your inner world quietly, steadily, on purpose. The Lord has sharpened your eyes so you can spot what used to hide in plain sight. The Lord has tuned your ears so you can hear doors others walk past. The Lord has deepened your gut so you can feel when something is off your path. That sudden clarity you feel, those deeper thoughts, those flashes of wisdom, they are not random. They are the proof that your spirit is stretching to fit the size of what's coming. The Lord never pours greatness into a cup that is still too small. He enlarges the cup first, then He fills it. You are stepping into days where your mind will work differently, where your choices will carry heaven's signature, where your feelings will no longer be hijacked by old triggers. The Lord has healed cuts you never named. The Lord has lifted weights you could not describe. The Lord has broken loops you did not know how to escape. That healing was required, because the Lord will not raise a soul that is still tied to yesterday's grave. The Lord had to untie you inside before He could unleash you outside. Now your spirit is free. Your heart is light. Your mind is clean. You are already tasting the new season in your soul before your eyes see it. And when the Lord gets ready to shock everyone with your rise, He usually puts your whole life in slow motion first. The silence you lived in, the waiting, the seasons where nothing moved, those were not punishment. They were recalibration. The Lord slows you down to realign you. The Lord quiets everything so you can hear Him breathe. The stillness was never absence. It was construction wearing the mask of quiet. And now that same quiet that once troubled you will become the launching pad of your explosion. The Lord does His finest crafting in the dark and the silent. And what He built while no one watched, He will unveil when the whole world is looking. Some around you will not understand the shift happening inside you. They might say you're pulling away, growing cold, becoming different. But the truth is the Lord has simply pulled your spirit out of unnecessary traffic. You are not walking away from people. You are walking toward purpose. You are not losing interest in old talks. You are growing into new assignments. You are not going quiet. You are going focused. The Lord is shrinking your circle and upgrading your company so nothing leaks the power you will need upstairs. Certain names were only meant to travel with you for a chapter, not the whole book. And the Lord knew that if they stepped into your next volume, they would stain the pages. So the Lord stepped in, the Lord removed, the Lord rearranged, the Lord guarded. And now that the road is clear, you are about to feel something you haven't felt in years. Speed. Real, holy, unstoppable momentum. Your life will suddenly pick up a pace that even you cannot believe. Doors will swing open back to back. Favor will show up in clusters. Money will move steadily. Connections will click instantly. Ideas will flood fast. You will wake up with fire you cannot explain. Because when the Lord flips your season, acceleration becomes your new normal. What used to take years will now take months. What used to take months will now take weeks. What took weeks will now take days. The Lord is compressing timelines in your favor because this blessing is urgent. The elevation has to happen now, not tomorrow. The world needs what you are carrying. And the Lord will not permit anything to delay your ascent. Here is something that will shake you. The prosperity the Lord is releasing over you is not just for you. It is for every generation that comes after you. The Lord is shattering generational curses and establishing generational wealth. The lack that haunted your bloodline stops with you. The financial stress, the emotional wounds, the spiritual warfare, the repeated patterns of limitation, they die here. Because when the Lord truly blesses a person, that blessing does not end in their pocket. It flows through them like a mighty river and waters everything downstream. The Lord is making you the breakthrough point of an entirely new bloodline, one marked by peace, power, wisdom, and unbreakable covering. You will be the ancestor that children not yet born will point to and say, "That is where the story turned." Do not be shocked when the Lord drops ideas in your spirit that feel too massive for your current bank account, visions that stretch your faith, dreams that make your heart race, strategies that seem way above your pay grade. That is how you know they are from Him. The Lord always shows you the palace before He hands you the keys. Those thoughts are not accidents. They are previews. They are divine invitations to start thinking like the person you are becoming. If the size of the vision scares you, good, because that means it did not come from you. It came from the one who never thinks small. When people finally see the wealth and influence the Lord places on your life, they will swear it happened overnight. They will say you got lucky, caught a wave, met the right connection. They will never know about the midnight prayers soaked with tears. They will never know about the silent battles you fought alone with God. They will never know about the doors you knocked on that never opened, the no's you swallowed, the nights you pressed your face into the floor asking God not to let you quit. The struggle was hidden on purpose. The glory is about to be public on purpose. The price was paid in private so the prize can carry undeniable weight in public. And please hear this loud and clear. The Lord is not raising you up so you can prove anything to anybody. You do not owe the world an explanation for your blessing. You do not need to justify your seat at the table. The Lord's yes is the only yes that matters. When the Lord promotes someone, explanations become irrelevant. Those who get it will rejoice. Those who don't will be quieted by the evidence. Your life itself will become the loudest testimony. This next season will demand a new kind of courage, courage to leave old habits in the dust, courage to carry heavier mantles, courage to walk paths you have never seen. But this courage does not come from ego. It comes from unshakable trust, trust that the Lord has already walked the road ahead of you, trust that every resource is already in place, trust that every person you need is already being moved into position. When you walk with that kind of trust, fear loses its voice, doubt loses its grip, and the unknown loses its terror. So prepare, not with worry, but with holy expectation. Prepare your mind for expansion. Prepare your heart for overflow. Prepare your spirit for greater stewardship. The Lord is not handing you something that will break in a year. He is handing you something rooted, lasting, sacred, and eternal. You will not rise and crash. You will rise and keep rising because the foundation is the Lord Himself. Your name is about to carry weight. Your voice is about to carry authority. Your presence is about to shift rooms. And none of it is random. This is divine design. The Lord is not giving you a temporary blessing. He is unveiling a permanent destiny. He is not lifting you a little. He is launching you into a realm that will forever change everyone attached to you. And when it happens, you will know, deep in your bones, that none of this was your doing. This was the Lord's plan from day one. The world is about to meet the version of you that only the Lord could build. The prosperity is coming. The elevation is coming. The transformation is coming. And absolutely nothing in heaven, on earth, or under the earth can reverse what the Lord has already signed and sealed for you. Now, as this word closes, let this final truth sink all the way into your spirit. The Lord is not a bystander in your story. He is the author who writes with perfect purpose. Not one tear you cried, not one prayer you whispered, not one moment you held on has escaped His notice. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not here by mistake. When the Lord is about to move, He always starts with a whisper, a nudge, a sudden knowing, a holy restlessness. When you feel that stirring, know this: connections, doors, resources, and divine appointments are already being shifted into place. Someone is about to call you. Someone is about to text you. Someone is about to speak a sentence that unlocks everything. Not because they planned it, but because the Lord placed the words in their mouth. So lift your head. Stand tall. Walk like a person who knows the King Himself is directing traffic behind the scenes. Even in the silence He is speaking. Even in the waiting He is working. Even in the uncertainty He is guiding. The Lord does not play games with His children. When He stirs your spirit, change is already rolling. When He drops a sign, the blessing is already en route. When He moves someone to reach out to you, it is because revelation is waiting on the other side of that conversation. Step forward with bold expectation. Expect the call. Expect the open door. Expect the sudden clarity. Expect the voice of the Lord to find you, whether through a phone call, a dream, a stranger, or a moment of perfect stillness. Because when the Lord decides to speak to the one He has chosen, no power in existence can block His message from arriving. Keep your heart wide open. Keep your spirit ready. Keep walking. The Lord is about to speak, and when He does, your entire life will answer, "Here I am." What once took weeks will now unfold in days. The Lord is folding time itself in your favor because this blessing cannot wait. Your rise is not scheduled for someday. It is scheduled for right now. Creation is waiting for what lives inside you. And the Lord will not allow a single force to delay what He has already declared. Listen to this with every fiber of your being. The prosperity the Lord is placing in your hands is not only for you. It is for every child who will ever shares your blood. The Lord is crushing generational chains and sowing generational harvest. Every pattern of lack, every cycle of pain, every inherited battle, every repeated disappointment, they all die in your generation. The financial struggle ends here. The emotional heaviness ends here. The spiritual warfare that followed your family line ends here. When the Lord truly blesses His own, the blessing does not stay in one pocket. It runs through one life and waters every life that comes after. The Lord is turning you into the beginning of a brand new bloodline, one built on peace, power, wealth, wisdom, and unbreakable covering. You will become the ancestor that unborn children will point to and say, "That is the one where heaven broke through." Do not be startled when the Lord drops ideas in your spirit that feel impossible for where you are standing today. Visions that make your hands shake. Dreams that wake you up at night. Strategies that look like they belong to someone far more experienced. That is how you know they are from Him. The Lord always shows you the destination before He gives you the vehicle. Those ideas are not mistakes. They are invitations. They are previews of the future He has already built. If the size of the dream makes you feel small, perfect, because then you know it did not come from your own mind. It came from the mind that never dreams small. When the world finally sees the wealth, the influence, the position the Lord places on you, they will swear it happened in a single night. They will call it luck, timing, connections. They will never saw the nights you cried out until your voice was gone. They never saw the battles you fought on your knees when no one was watching. They never saw the doors that slammed, the no's you swallowed, the seasons you kept showing up when everything inside you wanted to quit. The struggle was hidden on purpose. The glory is about to be seen by everyone on purpose. The price was paid in secret so the prize can carry heaven's signature in public. And hear this with absolute clarity. The Lord is not raising you to prove anything to anybody. You do not owe the world an explanation for your blessing. You do not need to justify why you are now sitting where you are sitting. The Lord's approval is the only approval that counts. When the Lord promotes His own, explanations become unnecessary. Those who are supposed to celebrate will celebrate. Those who aren't will be silenced by the evidence. Your life itself will become the loudest sermon. This next season will demand a brand new kind of courage. Courage to walk away from old mindsets. Courage to carry heavier mantles. Courage to step into rooms you have never entered. But this courage is not rooted in arrogance. It is rooted in unshakable faith, faith that the Lord has already gone ahead and cleared the way, faith that every resource is already positioned, faith that every person you need is already being drawn. When you walk in that faith, fear loses its voice, doubt loses its grip, and the unknown becomes exciting instead of terrifying. So prepare, not with stress, but with holy expectation. Prepare your mind for expansion. Prepare your heart for overflow. Prepare your spirit for greater stewardship. Prepare your hands for greater harvest. The Lord is not giving you something that will crumble. He is giving you something eternal, something rooted, something that will outlast your days on earth. You will not rise and then crash. You will rise and keep rising because the foundation is the Lord Himself. Your name is about to carry weight. Your voice is about to carry authority. Your presence is about to shift atmospheres, and none of it is coincidence. This is divine design. The Lord is not giving you a temporary upgrade. He is unveiling a permanent destiny. He is not lifting you a little. He is launching you into a realm that will forever mark everyone connected to you. And when it happens, you will know beyond any doubt that none of this was your doing. This was the Lord's signature from the very beginning. The world is about to meet the version of you that only the Lord could sculpt. The prosperity is coming. The elevation is coming. The transformation is coming. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can reverse what the Lord has already declared over your life. Now, as this word closes, let this final truth burn deep inside you. The Lord is not watching your story from a distance. He is the author writing every line with perfect intention. Not one tear escaped His notice. Not one prayer went unheard. Not one moment of faithfulness was forgotten. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not here by accident. When the Lord is about to move, He always starts with a whisper, a sudden knowing, a holy nudge in your spirit. When you feel that stirring, know this: people, doors, money, and divine appointments are already shifting into position. Someone is about to call you. Someone is about to message you. Someone is about to speak one sentence that unlocks everything. Not because they planned it, but because the Lord placed the words in their mouth. So lift your head high. Walk like royalty who knows the King is personally directing every detail. Even in the silence He is speaking. Even in the waiting He is working. Even in the uncertainty He is guiding. The Lord does not play with His children. When He stirs you, change is already rolling. When He drops a sign, the blessing is already on its way. When He moves someone to reach out, revelation is waiting on the other side. Step forward bold. Expect the call. Expect the door. Expect the voice of the Lord to find you, through a phone call, a dream, a stranger, or perfect stillness. Because when the Lord decides to speak to the one He has chosen, no power in the universe can stop His word from landing. Keep your heart wide open. Keep your spirit ready. Keep walking. The Lord is about to speak, and when He does, your entire life will stand up and say, "Here I am, Lord. Send me."